What's up with it, man? White Wallet on Radio. First time here, smash that subscribe. Let's get us team White Wallet on Radio over 10K. Trigger warning, trigger warning, trigger warning, trigger warning. Don't say I did not warn you. Look, got a guy coming on, fresh out of prison. This interview here was a kind of a subscriber told me to give him a shot. I've been talking to him. He's done a lot of time. I don't know where his head's at. I am not responsible for what he says. I just keep it real over here, okay? If you're here over here on White Wallet on Radio for prison content, he's keeping it real, and he does not bite his tongue about what he sees on YouTube and everything else. If you're here for true crime or whatnot, this is the real raw uncut of getting into a criminal's head. Okay, not that I'm calling him a criminal, but if you appreciate that content, you will understand how people think. Okay, myself, I can relate to this. We're gonna bring him on. His name's Bolo. It's a very long interview. It's about 48 minutes. If you watch just a little bit of it and then peel off, hey, that's fine. But do me a favor, leave in the comments if you'd like to have him on StreamYards or just me keep uploading these things here. On top of that, that's it. Let's bring the guest on. Let's check it out. All right, what's up with it, man? It's White Wallet on Radio. I got Bolo on. Bolo has an interesting story. It's going to be a couple parts because it's going to be hard to wrap it all up in one thing. How I met Bolo here is subscriber reached out to me, and there was a video I did on a guy named N-word Charlie. He was a black CO that used to kick out the teeth. He has a jar of gold teeth, and somebody, the man reached out to me, said it's messed up, this and that, but amongst the prison community, my face is good, and even though I'm venturing off to other things, I always want to look out for the guys coming home, man. When I talked to Bolo, the first thing he told me is there's too many people on phones. I'm bugged out. It took us a minute to get this thing here fixed up because it's hard. I had to learn YouTube and learn it all because we don't know that type of stuff, man. But anyway, we got Bolo on. You did time everywhere, right, brother?
Yes, sir, unfortunately. But first, I'd like to say salute to you, Matt, for keeping it real. Everything real, bro.
Appreciate that. It means a lot.
You're the realest out there. I'll tell you what, real recognize real. And if these motherfuckers can't recognize that, they got some issues, you know, if they can't recognize how real you are.
I appreciate it, man. When you do time, you don't necessarily have to agree with people, but there's a respect level that I don't think I could ever explain on YouTube, especially with people who haven't been in. But let me ask you this, just off the top, man. The people that you see on YouTube, the prison genre guys that are banging or claiming something, what's your thoughts on these guys?
Bro, it's like crazy, my friend. It's a clown shit, man. I know that one guy I watch a couple of videos. I like to refer to him as 1090 Flake. This fat little pussy boy.
Yeah.
I mean, he had to be either a mook or he had to be getting friendly extorted. There's no other ways the dumb monkeys would have accepted him in the car. There's no way.
Well,
that's the only way.
Friendly extorted, man. We call him
100%. 100%.
We call him Jizzles, or he was that's exactly what he did. He 1090. I had a when I came on to do YouTube, I had the same thing, man. When you get out, somebody when you see him, man. When it comes to this stuff, especially when it gets talked about. And he was I know the type, man. In Florida, that's a dime a dozen, man. And it's crazy. The internet will argue with you though. But so when you were in, did you get down with any? Were you in a car? Or did you bang?
Well, I have a unique situation. I am affiliated. How could I say this? The government put me down as traditional La Cosa Nostra, but that's not true.
Okay, gotcha.
Hypothetically speaking, my team is called Sacra Corona Unita.
Gotcha.
There's very few of us in the United States. The motherland is in Sicily. However, we have a lot of strict bylaws, way more so than most of the people here. Like, for example, we're not allowed to carry cell phones when you're in the field, when you're in the trenches. Absolutely no cell phone use. You get violated for that. What else? No credit cards are allowed. And you're only allowed to associate with certain people within the family. It's very structured. Now, rats like Sammy the Bull and Michael Franchese and Gene Borello, they will call us derogatory term. They classify us all in one buck. Fell down. They classify us into, they call us zips. It's a derogatory term.
Is it like so let me just catch up right quick. It's Italianos.
Yeah.
Okay, so and the motherland's in Italy. So if they call you a zip, is that similar to like Moulignan?
Say it again.
Is that similar if they call you a zip to like Moulignan?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the way. It's like, it's not a positive term.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So they classified you as La Cosa Nostra because they just didn't understand it, right? Like they just wanted to throw you in there. People don't understand
in that category, in that lump.
They do that a lot. So he when he went in, for the people that don't know, he went in, they probably seen him, they were watching him, they know they could get your file, but you never know what they're looking at. But when he went in there, they could ask him questions, and he's talking to the Sarge, and the Sarge is clueless. He doesn't know what's going on, so they just throw one on him, which is very dangerous because at that very second, he just labeled him something completely different. It could literally be a rival or whatever. I mean, I don't know the situation, but people don't realize it goes down a lot, man, you know? Go ahead.
Yeah, they don't care about us, man. It's we're just a number, and they'll lump you for their convenience. It's all about their convenience.
Is the La Cosa Nostra, how are the ties friendly or how does that go? Are you guys friendly or?
Yeah. The bottom line is to be truthful, not to sound like bragging or nothing, but like for many years, because of the work we were accused of putting in, hypothetically speaking, they're very fearful of us. And that's because we're very low in numbers in the United States.
Right. And
we operate, I would like to give an example, like ninja. Like we are very low key, under the radar. We don't go to many functionings. We handle business like it was supposed to be, you know? And John Gotti in America, he started ruining that for the whole movement of La Cosa Nostra and any renegade offshoot of this. It's like, this is supposed to be on the down low, secret. He was all in the camera. R.I.P. to him. He was a solid man. I'm no disrespecting to him, but I'm just saying he put a lot of heat on what is supposed to be a secret society, and that got a lot of people upset. And this thus is ironic, is when around the time when our family was created, Sacra Corona Unita, And if you ask like one of the American people, La Cosa Nostra here, they would say, yeah, that's them crazy renegade zips that trace the motherland to the old country. They don't like fucking with us.
Because you guys are small numbers. But so it was kind of, if I had to take a wild guess, it's a branch off because of, it's a branch off and with just separate bylaws, right?
Exactly. Our bylaws are very, very strict compared to theirs. Our levels and everything, it's like, and
It sounds like
we've had a couple rats, but
yeah,
nothing compared to them.
right. It sounds like it's opposite. I mean, especially using God.
Nothing compared to them.
I mean, so when you go in, you went your first time. Well, let me ask you about the second time, man, because I would like to know. I've heard some crazy stories about how it is on the inside. Was it state or federal time?
Federal.
So this is federal. How was it being incarcerated with Corona? Because I know I have friends and stuff that have told me it's ruined everything. Somebody told me, dude, if you know when I was on the inside, you could when your loved one came in, you can stand up, hug, embrace, kind of, and get a kiss. Okay, when they come and when they leave. Now with Corona, I heard that it's just a footsie thing. Literally, you have to go with your foot and touch the other foot, and that's a jailhouse kiss. That's crazy. What was it like in Fed time?
Terrible. Well, I first started out in the second. You talking about the second time?
Well, the second time you went is when Corona was happening, right?
Yeah, most recently. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It was terrible, man. They were abusing the fact of the Corona. You know, I started out at Allenwood, USP. Then they transferred me to McCreary for no reason, USP. That was in Kentucky. And then I end up at the ADX in Florence, Colorado, because I was falsely accused of poking up a guard, which I did not do. But when I was on the pound with the Allenwood USP, then they gave me the diesel therapy to the McCreary. It was just ridiculous. I mean, they were taking advantage of this Corona shit, these guards. They don't want to do their job. Basically, they were keeping us locked down, like basically 24 hours, 2 days in a row. Then next day, 23 and a half, and like one shower a week. Sometimes it would be like one shower every 3 months. And they would,
Jesus.
this is all because of Corona. This is for you guys' safety, this and that. And it's all bullshit. It's terrible. I was so freaked out, man. Like the first time I went in, I was 16. They charged me as an adult on this diamond heist that had a kidnapping involved. And it was way different, man. But this Corona shit, man, it's like, it's scary. I thought I was in a Twilight Zone. The first time around, I was on demon time. This time I was like, I felt like I was in the Twilight Zone, because I'm thinking, wow, you're hearing all this crazy stuff. China's going to invade, and I'm just going to
the news must be hard in there. The news is hard, right?
Yeah.
Factual information.
Crazy. Like, I'm just going to be like a sitting duck, and I'm not going to be able to be prepared.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You know? So the first time you went, in my experience, man, I've been twice, and the first time I went was completely different than the second time. I never had experience.
Oh my gosh, day and night.
Yes,
day and night.
It really was, man. The second time I went, everybody was in a set. Everybody was banging something. It was hard. It was just a different, the same building, man, different time and different. I think it's the newer generation, man. They, I don't know how to say this. I can't say that they're scary, okay, or they're not living.
They're lost.
They're lost. That's a perfect word. Yes, perfect. Thank you.
Clowns, bozos. These suburbanites, I think they listen to too much rap video, play too many video games, and they think this shit's a video game and a rap video combined.
Yeah, no, absolutely, man.
Crazy. Unbelievable, man. It's like, yeah, how ironically, the first time I went in, I also ended up at the ADX. My first bit, I did 13 years, 6 months, and 2 days.
Wow.
Started out at Lewisburg when it was still a USP in '96. Got transferred to Terre Haute. Then I ended up in ADX again, Florence, Colorado. And a lot of people don't know about that place, man. Them guards are like not human. I'm not just saying this. You could be a nice guy. You could be a decent guy.
Yeah.
They will fuck you up. And the more you have a reputation and the more you're like on warrior time, what I mean by that, they get a vibe. They know who's who. You don't got to be talking loud and shit. People get a misconception nowadays. All these big mouths are about it.
Right.
Very few. It's the quiet people, man. It's the quiet people. And these fucking guards, you think like if you be quiet and stay to yourself, this is how ironic it was. No, they singled us quiet guys out. And I mean, 2 or 3 times, they fucking tased me for no reason. I'm not just making this up. They hit me with the taser. Then they, in the fucking turtles, just beat me fucking down. It's like they do that just to, they think they want to break you, you know?
Mentally.
But then on the other hand, you got these loud ass fucking monkeys and they don't even bother with them.
Yeah.
It's like twisted.
That, yeah. Absolutely. It's a crazy world in there, man. So you ended up doing federal time twice. You went back to the camp that you got set, that you went to the first bid, but you got shipped around. On the first
they
one,
call that diesel therapy.
Diesel therapy. Yeah, I can agree with that. Yeah. Absolutely. What's the, as far as what's the worst thing you've seen in your first bid? Like, what's the?
Oh my God, Matt, I seen a scumbag. Yeah, you, Mikey, fucking scumbag. He fucking this piece of shit named Mikey. He's actually from Detroit.
Okay.
6'7", 250, 60-pound steroid freak.
It's a big deal.
And he's a rat. See, I kept this on the low. There's a story behind that. So he was AB. Oh, that's another thing. First time around, I don't know how I classify. They put me down as a AB in an STG group. I was AB the first time. That's what they classify. I don't know why. I just with them. Yeah.
So all right. So damn, at both times they purposely put a target on you, man. It looked like the first time they did it with. I mean, if they mark you as, if they brand you as AB, you got all types of rivals. You know, that's a crazy story. I'd love to get in that.
Yeah.
I mean, you're Italian, okay? That must have been hell for you, man. I'm not gonna lie. And the other one, it was like, from the outside looking in, it looks like they did some research and just put you on the other side of things, man. But you know, it's crazy.
Yeah, but getting back to the shit crazy thing that I seen, there was a guy named Brian Spain. He was from Arizona, and he was an Arizona AB guy. Nice guy. He had a daughter at home. 2 weeks he had to go. Okay?
Yeah.
Because he had they were just hating on him. He had an AB tattoo. It said Arizona Aryan Brotherhood. And they told him that he had to take that off or it was going to get cut off. He said, fuck you guys. He was a stand-up guy. You ain't cut. No, you want to get, you're going to have to cut it off. Damn. Anyway.
They were hating on him going home?
Yeah, he was getting ready to go home. 2 weeks he had a nice daughter. I seen pictures of her. He was a first-time offender. He had really good plan. He had really good plan. He wanted to do the right thing. Okay.
Wow.
And what does Mikey do? Let me tell you what Mikey does. This is no bullshit, man. He stabbed him over 100 fucking times. He had a bone crusher on him, looked like a machete. He literally decapitated him. I kid you not. He decapitated his head. This was at Lewisburg, 1994.
So the 150 times was it had to be from around here, right? Or he just went everywhere.
Yeah, he was hitting him. Started out in the body. And chopped his fucking head off. Because Mikey's real strong. He's a piece of shit, though, man. He's just
250 is a big man. That's like Shaq. You know,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Seriously, yeah.
Yeah, he used to get mad. He'd have tantrums, and he would go in the hole. He would rip the toilets off of the wall to flood the tier.
Yeah. I know what you mean. So this dude had no issue wearing his stamp. He had no issue with his patch, his whole bid. They hated on him 2 weeks out and got the snitch to holy crap, dude. That's dirty, bro. That is dirty.
Real grimy, real snake shit.
Wow. What about how they do chomos in federal in the federal system? Any what have you seen people do to chomos? You know, over here.
Oh man, as it should be done.
Yes.
If anyone get word they have anything on their jacket with the chomo or messing with kids or something, they're getting poked immediately. They in the USPs, which are different than the FCIs, they can't stay on the yard. Now the only exception to that is them grimy DC blacks. Them grimy DC blacks. Most of them think it's okay to have a boyfriend. They think it's okay, you know, with their gay stuff. Excuse me, not the gay stuff.
The DC blacks. There was I don't know if you know this or not. I'm gonna throw it out there. There was a really, really big riot back in the day in the federal system with DC blacks. I saw like a documentary somewhere. It's crazy when you said that. I just remembered it. I don't remember who they're beefing with or what, but I know that it carried over. Right? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, they beef with everybody.
What, really?
Yeah, because here's what's going on. They're very big in numbers because any crime that's committed in Washington, D.C. is automatically federal crime. You could steal a car, federal crime. You could go
shit. I never thought about that. Okay.
Oh, yeah. You could go steal a polo shirt from mall, federal crime. Everything's federal crime. So they're big in numbers, and they're grimy, man. They're just real ignorant, real low energy, unevolved. I've
seen a documentary. I don't remember who the heck they were beefing with. I do know that they said they had big numbers. I never knew that, man. So anywhere in DC, if you do anything, it's fed. They don't have any state time there.
Nope.
Is it just DC? What about parts of, is it Virginia like that too, or no?
Far as I know, it's just DC.
Really? Man, there's probably stories about that type of stuff. Guys, man, that's crazy. So they have to go do, let's say someone took a polo shirt. Here in Florida, you know, it would be whatever it's worth, $150, $89. It would be a misdemeanor here, and you would probably get probation. You wouldn't do any time on it. But you go do Fed time, man, that's crazy. That's nuts.
Yeah. They probably for something like that would give them like federal supervised release or whatever. But a lot of them are like, I met it's funny, serial, what they call boosters, where that's their hustle. And they constantly are getting in trouble for boosting high-end items. And eventually after a certain amount, it becomes a felony.
Right.
And then they end up in the federal system. But yeah, any joint you go to, whether it's the camp, whether it's the FCI, in the USPs, numbers of DC blacks are outrageous, and they're all fucking ignorant. Yeah, that's right. All you motherfuckers are ignorant. And it's like they have no morals, they have no integrity, they have no code of honor. No code of honor.
That's a home team, it's just a home team thing, right?
Yes.
Is that
Yeah.
what you guys call them out there, home team?
Yeah. They call them DC Blacks.
Okay, gotcha.
Or the Moolies.
Gotcha.
I call them the Moolies.
They're thick though, huh?
Oh yeah. Yeah. And they're ignorant as fuck.
You ever get into it with them?
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah. They have a tendency to think when you're a little quiet and no matter how big you are, they're always gonna try you. And yeah, they try me and I fell into the trap. I have to work on anger management. You know, I want to be more like Matt and diplomatic, and I reacted instantly with the demon time, and yeah, I heard them.
And the internet's helped me, man. Getting involved. I'm telling you, to be honest with you, the internet has helped me with that. I mean, a lot of different reasons and stuff, but it really has helped me kind of. I was just like you coming out, man. You know, people are gonna watch this and say, what I try to get, really what I try to tell people when it comes to prison, man, is people will watch this interview and they will think, well, who Matt's interviewing, he keeps saying he's this or he's that, because they are comparing you to people and politicians who use the R word, the racist word, and this and that. But it's very hard for me to explain, so I want to give you a crack at it.
Okay.
It's very hard for me to explain to someone who's never been to prison, okay, how it is, okay, as far as the whole race word in general. Meaning when you go, you eat and you hang out, you know how it goes. But so people will watch the channel and the videos and they haven't been in there, they don't know how that is. But you see like politicians and whatever have you calling people, it's silly to me, man. It's silly to me because we've been in there with real racists of all colors, everything. But out here, it's like so flip-flopped, watered down. Take a stab at it. I've been trying to do it for a year.
The sheep. It's like, when you go in there, okay, it's like a concrete jungle. Some people call it belly of the beast. Here's the bottom line. In the jungle, lions naturally hang out with lions. Tigers hang out with tigers. It's nature. Gorillas hang out with gorillas. Monkeys with monkeys. Hyenas with hyenas. It's natural. You're in an undesirable situation. It's only normal to associate with your own kind. Now, I spun Lewisburg my first time around with Rockin' Reg from Detroit, because he's from Detroit. We did business on the street. But as far as where you eat, who you socialize with, like majority of the time, it's going to be your own kind. That is natural. It is nature. Just like I said, look at the fucking jungle. What's wrong with you people, man? Like, you motherfuckers are like, oh, you're sheep. You're sheep. And you get like getting brainwashed by these motherfuckers, like the faggot, what's his name? Jakey Flakes, that bitch boy, pussy boy. Then that other weirdo that I commend you, Matt. I commend you for being diplomatic with him. I seen a video, big fella told me to watch this video, and I say to myself, oh my Lord, this is when I knew I wanted to learn from you how to be diplomatic. I want to learn from you how to control anger management and just be a better person, because I couldn't have probably been like an honorable man like you. I would have probably slapped that bitch Pino just for how he talked, just for his stupid hairstyle and his spiel or his shtick, if you want to call it. That guy is a clown. He's a fucking clown. I'm sorry. I know he's your buddy, but I'm just real. I keep it real.
I like to have real guests, and you should. I'm never gonna say what you can't say. Listen, you know, I had, you know, I'm gonna let you just talk. I just want to say this part though. I think that you're just talking and you're giving it real, which is good. That's what we like over here. Factual.
I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're good. With that situation, you know, I'm just like the exact thing that you just said. I'm coming home. I kind of feel the same way that you did. And but it was a combination of the two. And he kind of took up for 1090. But at the end of the day, it was the internet, and I just kind of deaded it. The internet will help you, but it also can hurt you, man. And it's very hard to explain. Like, you really will want to put hands on trolls and this and that. I'm telling you, man. But you also have a base of people that want you to succeed and do right and help. And it's nuts. It's nuts, but it will help you, man. I think leave it in the comments, y'all. If he should, he's gonna start a channel. He needs a name. You know, we're gonna promote it. But listen, brother, you're giving it raw and real. Go ahead and just take off, man. I'm not gonna ask a question. Just tell your story, man, and we'll you know what I mean?
Okay. Well, basically, I was unfortunately, now that I say unfortunately, I would say the best way to explain this, I was kind of brought into this life because of my people were already in it.
Right.
Basically, it's ironic because as a young age, I was like kind of normal, like from the ages of about 3 to about 12, 13. I was involved in a lot of boxing, martial arts, did Golden Gloves. Not to be braggadocious, but I was talented in those sports. That's just what it is. Looking back, hindsight's always 2020. I wish I would have stuck with that. So my mentor, his name is Bobby La Puma. He's well known in La Cosa Nostra circles. He's a famous enforcer, about 80 years old now. He was like in his 30s when he took me under his wing. I met him at the boxing gym in Detroit. I was in Detroit at this time. It was called Cannon Rec. Ducky Dietz was the trainer. He was my trainer, also Tony Nolan. So he kind of just took a natural liking to me, and Bobby used to just train down there and spar too. Actually, Bobby would definitely have been a heavyweight contender. He used to spar with like Blue Lewis, who actually fought Muhammad Ali.
Blue
Ken Lyle. His name was Blue Lewis. He actually used to spar with him, and he actually fought Ali. Bobby had sparred with Ron Lyle. I mean, Bobby was a natural heavyweight, 6'3", 6'4", about 240. Right. This is like back in the 80s, 70s. And he took me under his wing. We just clicked naturally because my sperm donor wasn't around that much. So he was like, I looked up to him. I absorbed like a sponge anything he told me. I was encouraged to be violent. I'm not making excuses. It is what it is. Like, I used to get rewarded. Like, if he would find out I got into a fight at school or with somebody's son or something, he'd throw me like a 50 or 100 and say, good job. As things progressed, I was always mature for my age, kind of bigger. I developed quick. He started taking me around. I started out by doing collections for him. I started out at collections at like 14. I was 14 years old, but you would never known I was 14. I
Big
would do
boy,
collection. Pardon
big
me?
boy, like a big boy.
Yeah, when I was 14, I was like 5'10", about 190. But I got bigger. Like right now, I'm like 6'2", 235. But when I was 14, I was naturally a little smaller. I hadn't reached my growth spurt yet, you know.
Right.
But that's pretty big, I guess, for 14. Anyway,
Yeah.
and I was like psychotic into health, fitness, doing 1,000 push-ups a day, boxing, all that stuff. So he put me on his collections route because he was a Shylock. That's another word for a loan shark.
Right.
So I started out doing collections for him, which was nice. It was a nice little thing. He got me a fake ID. At that time, it said I was 21. So I started driving when I was 14,
Wow.
and I should have been 16. He got me an apartment.
At 14?
Then I went from
You left the house
doing
at
his
14.
collect. Say it again.
You left the house at 14 then.
Yeah.
I'll let
But
this
I
tell you.
always checked on Mama, and like that every day I would stop by, give her money, make sure everything's good, this and that. And my sister, ex-sister. So started out with the collections. Then he seen I was good with that. And I don't know what my problem was at that time. I had a propensity for violence, and I don't know why. I guess I was emulating him because he was known for that, and he was just like one of them type of guys, knock around guy, well respected.
He had a name for himself already.
Oh yeah, he was like.
You looked up to him, bro. He's a father figure. You all right?
Say it again.
You looked up to him. He's a father figure. Your father's not around. He's really helping you, putting money in your pocket and whatnot, right?
Correct.
Yeah, of course.
Then one day he says to me, this is like something out of the movies. He took me into a basement. I didn't know I was going. He picked me up. I used to love driving with him too. Like he always used to have like the Lincolns and the Caddies, the old school ones, real nice. So he takes me to this bando on the east side, and I don't know what to expect here. I don't know what's going on. I know I'm on good terms with him, so I'm really not scared about nothing like that. And I get down there, and there was a guy. He was pretty much duct tape. Had a stuff mouth duct tape, handcuffed, and he said, "What you gonna do here, my friend? This is what we're gonna see what you're made of." I said, "What you mean, Bobby?" He said, "This guy snitched on me and my people, and he put." His wife, I used to call her Auntie Maria. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that he made Auntie Maria cry for many nights. If I was to do this, I would be a prime suspect, this or that. You're technically only a juvenile. You know what I mean?
Right.
And he said, so we're going to really see if you're really about this, our life, as we said, not this life. He said, our life.
Right.
And he handed me one of these, old school, and
Stop there. Stop there. There's a perfect place that we're going to stop it. Dude, you have an interesting story, man. I want to help you for sure. I don't want to see you crash. I think the internet can help you. I think that if you start a channel, I think that you'll grow. I know from doing this thing, man, I have the certain connections on the internet here, not connections, but listening to your story now, I'm saying connections, but I can contact channels and get you on, man. But I think the best way we can do this is I'm going to upload this. We'll stop there. Do you know how to do How are you with lives? Have you ever been watched somebody on YouTube live when they're live?
I watched this who did I watched a guy, I think his name was TGF Billa from Chicago, because someone told me to watch. I think Big Fella told me to watch him. And he was live and
Okay.
he had 3 Glocks on him and he was telling his location and all his ops to pull up. So that got my attention because I'm thinking like this guy's a warrior. He's on some kamikaze time, you know?
Yeah. That's man, there's a way StreamYards, if I do a StreamYards live, like I have you come up and people can, they can comment on what we're saying. And if they want to, we're not going to have nobody talking any shit to you or anything like that. But if they want to come up and speak to you and support, help, guide, whatever it could be,
Yeah.
we could let them up. But it's not like they can just jump on here and they're going to be talking shit. I have to see them and approve it to let them come up.
Right.
I think that'd be a good way to do too, unless you just want to free fall it and do number 2 on the video here. We can do it either which way.
I would like to do whatever you think is best, my friend, because you know this system and you know how this works. And I would just like to, I just want to basically tell everyone to fuck off that misled me, all the snakes, and I just want to do the right thing. You know what I mean?
Yes, I do know what you mean, man. And
I
we're
want
not
to
gonna
get on
help.
the right path, and I want to discourage the young guys from following like in my footsteps or stuff like that.
Well, you still
Stick
got
with sports.
you still got a story to tell. It doesn't
Oh
matter.
yeah.
It doesn't matter to me, my man. What we'll do is listen, y'all. When I upload this, y'all leave it in the comments. StreamYards or just should I upload videos here? Because I would let them ride out, but we've been doing this for I don't know what the timer says. I think it's been about 40 minutes, so I don't have too much space on the computer. We'll pick it up.
Wow.
Yeah, it flies. We'll pick it up, man. And also leave in the comments a channel name or something for him because we got to create it all. But we're gonna help and we're gonna support him. All right, brother. We'll pick it up next week, and
Okay.
when I air this, I'll send it to you and all that good stuff. All right.
I really appreciate you, man. Salute to you, and keep doing the right thing, my brother.
For sure,
You are the people's champ for real.
And on that one, we up out of here, man.